Really much help for Zach LaVine in this game thus far. Otherwise, the Bulls would be blowing out the Detroit Pistons like we wanted to see. Zach LaVine having a great game. Like, this is the Zach LaVine of old. This is the Zach LaVine, just an efficient night from Zach. It's really crazy to see how good Zach LaVine is playing. And I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm sure for him it feels much like a release. Like it's time for him to play this way, having one of the best first halves of his career. The Chicago Bulls have only scored 60 points in the first half. 27 of those were from Zach LaVine alone. He's 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point range, 5 of 5 from free throw range. He also chipped in 2 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. He has a positive plus minus of plus 11. The only other Chicago Bulls player in double digits is Nikola Vucevic, who's 5 of 9 from the field. DeMar DeRozan right now, he's 2 of 9 with 5 points. Patrick Williams, 2 of 4 for 5 points as well. Ayo Dosunmu's actually 3 for 3. He has 7 points right now. And then we only have 6 points total from the bench. Kobe White, Goran Dragic, and Andre Drummond all scoring a basket each for the 6 points off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. The Detroit Pistons right now, their bench is what's keeping them in the game. They have 29 points off the bench to the Detroit Pistons, which is crazy. So if the Bulls really do want to shut this game out and be able to kind of coast in the third and fourth quarters, somebody's going to have to show up and help Zach LaVine. Zach has no help out there right now. None. It's just Zach. It's really just Zach. P. Willie need to go off. Hey, man, he's definitely playing aggressive in his 2 buckets. 50 what? Zach is 60. I doubt it, but you never know. I mean, with the way Zach he's unconscious right now shooting. Like, it's ridiculous. This is how Zach should play every night. Attack the paint. When he does, his shot is butter. I mean, he's just playing with a level of confidence right now we haven't seen from him very much this season. So it's definitely helping and contributing to that. Haize, you're right. Someone put a curse on the Bulls. Another night the team is draining threes. Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. They are 10 of 19 from three-point range. The Detroit Pistons are shooting 52% from three-point range, 51% overall from the field. Now, the Bulls are also shooting 52% overall from the field and 42% from three-point range. They've made 6 three-pointers, but keep in mind, 4 of those have come from Zach LaVine alone. Yeah, there's something to be said about how teams just get off on three-point range with us. P. Will with an aggressive jam. Brendan L. J says, P. Will, goddamn. Yeah, for sure. Matthew, no more What are you talking about? We had one today. There are 130 people in the pregame show. We did one today, Matthew. Got to turn those notifications on, brother. Zach Kadaro, he's having a great game. Certification Poppy says, Zach going off for 50 if he starts going to the basket again. Man, listen, they can't stop Zach. They cannot stop Zach right now. Zach trying to get a career high today. Somebody has to do. If it wasn't for Zach playing, that's what's so concerning about this team, right? We talk so often about how this team needs to understand the moment. This team needs to understand the seriousness that they need to play with night in, night out. If it wasn't for Zach scoring 27 points in the first half, the Bulls would absolutely be down in this game. There's nobody helping Zach LaVine in this game. None. Zach 27, Bulls only up by 2. Not a good look overall. Others have to get involved or they will finally find ways to stop Zach. Then what? Team ball makes it work. Zach looks good. Absolutely. And to keep in point with that, it's not like Zach is looking good because he's not playing within the team. Nobody's just hitting shots, right? Nobody's hitting shots. People aren't cutting to the basket. None of that. I know DeMar did his thing against Milwaukee, but he's got to let Zach go off tonight. I feel like he's forcing it to keep up with Zach. Like, we get it. You don't have to prove you're the best on this team. And that's the thing. It's going to be a different one of them every single night, right? The whole jockeying for who's not, we don't care. Get the wins. Right now, Zach is the hottest player on the court right now. So because of that, you should be playing through Zach LaVine. And Zach was shown in the last few games, he's not a reluctant passer. You have to play through players when they're hot because to the other commenter's point, at some point, the Detroit Pistons are going to start double and triple teaming Zach LaVine. Somebody else needs to make shots, and Zach is a willing passer. So we'll see how the offense changes and evolves in the second half. But if this team, listen, it's just really frustrating how the lack of help Zach is getting right now. It's so annoying. Every team has good three-point shooting and gets us a hope whatever we do at the trade deadline, we have better 3-point defenders. Don't like they're letting the Pistons hang around. Exactly. This should be a game in which we knock the Pistons out of there. Like right now, this game should be a blowout. If Zach was getting any help at all, this game would be a blowout. Bro, I'm heated. Prime example of Billy D being a clown. Zach has the best first quarter ever, and he doesn't play the first 6 minutes of the second. He makes the most abrupt changes to the line. Well, I think he was trying to work in some rest for Zach, who's basically carrying this team right now. And I do think he probably thought that DeMar was going to get it going. But to your point, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I'm trying to understand the mindset behind it. And maybe that's my brain trying to rationalize it as well. By the way, this painting this dude's doing at halftime is dope. Pat's demeanor is so much like Kawhi's. It's scary. If his skills follow, dude slammed the offensive board in Stewart's face and acted like nothing even happened. He just went about his business. Facebook user says, hi, bro. Greetings from Mexico. What's going on? Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the Bulls from where you are. This is Zach's night. This is Zach's night. DeMar is going to switch his shoes at half. Hopefully, he got to do something. He definitely got to do something. Crystal Hodges in the building says, so happy the Bulls win game. I mean, let's not count it as a win yet. Zach got to get some help. He got to get some help. Sluggo Gamer says, I expected Detroit to defend DeMar pretty well. If I remember correctly, Dwayne Casey coached DeMar in Toronto for a lot of years. He knows his game too well. Detroit is scrappy, though. Ben Schunan is playing well. I don't even know if I think it's because of the defense, though. I like DeMar's kind of just off tonight. But I mean that's could be a sign of really good defense. So maybe that's what it is. Matthew says, oh, my bad. It was just a little early today. That's all, bro. Mixo in the building says, yo, Haize, I'm watching the game, but I don't know why the Pistons are this close. It feels like the Bulls are playing well defensively. Are the Pistons just making tough? The Bulls aren't playing well defensively. Let me be clear. They have some tough defensive possessions, but they're not playing the best. They're not playing terrible either, but it's not the best defensively. But they're in this game because Zach has no help. Vooch is the closest thing to help. He scored 10 points. Only other player in double digits. Zach LaVine has gotten little to no help so far. We got to improve that part coming into the second half. We got to. Cisco Rodriguez says, can you imagine having 3 guys who can create their own shot and a stretch 5, not even mentioning Alonzo? That third guy is P. Willie. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, like, this team has the skill. But we'll see. Cisco Rodriguez also says, yeah, that painting like legit. That painting is fire. That painting is fire. We're in the end game now, since the Pistons are just not missing, not maintaining it. Yeah, I mean, and thank you for the super chat, brother. More than likely, they're going to come back down to earth in the second half. That's more than likely the outcome. But still, you want to get Zach some help so we can knock this team out. Dang, that paint is tough. That's a tough paint. Brian says, miss you, hey, sorry I haven't been coming on the lives. Yo, you're fine, bro. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's real life always comes first, right? Pat ran out to contest several three-pointers, and the Pistons drained tough shots in his grill. Yeah. Yep. You're spot on there, brother. Debo -9. That's crazy, man. But with this being said, right? Like, I don't want to fearmonger or panic. DeMar's had some cold first halves at the start of the season. Usually when he does that, he has fire second halves. And the Detroit Pistons are going to have to change their defense to try to stop Zach LaVine from doing what he's doing, and that's going to open up opportunities for Vooch, open up opportunities for P. Will, open up opportunities for DeMar. They just got to take it. I mean, I do like the fact as well that Ayo Dosunmu has taken 3 shots and he's 3 for 3. We just need a little bit more consistency. And our bench, I think, is also going to have a better second half. I think Caruso, you can tell he's kind of out of rhythm. I think you can tell that with Caruso. And then all the foul calls as well have not helped at all either. But I do think Caruso's going to get in rhythm. I think Drummond's going to get in rhythm as well. I think we're going to have a look for P. Will, Debo, and the bench. So one of either P. Will and Debo and the bench. They're going to have much better second halves. We're going to be locked in. I think this third quarter, we're going to put them away. We're going to put them away in this third quarter. It seems like DeMar plays hard-nosed ball when there's opposing star on the other team. Zach gets off when no major stars on the opposing team. Seems that way, but I may be, well, you can't say that because Zach LaVine, one of the best games Zach LaVine had, especially early, was against the Brooklyn Nets. He's had some good performances in some of the other teams that we've beaten. So I'm not saying there's not merit. When you say like go off like his biggest games, probably, but Zach has played very well against good teams as well this season. I don't want to make it seem like Zach only goes off or has big scoring outputs against teams that don't matter, because just looking at it. So he had 24 points against the Bucks, which was solid, right? 25 against New York, which is a better team than us. 22 against Atlanta, 33 against New York in the victory against New York. So no, 41 against Sacramento in a loss, as the other user said. Zach has gone off against good teams. I mean, but that's not necessarily, you're saying a major star, which, we'll see. Curse Frog, you doing a stream? Yeah, I do a stream every game, every single game. I don't usually miss games with streams. So yeah, I'll be here tomorrow night as well. Brian Ventura says, I just been dealing with the mental illness again. My bad, but I'm glad I'm back. Well, bro, don't apologize for that. Mental health is serious, bro, and you should take care of it. You gotta take care of yourself before you can worry about anything else. And we're glad to have you here, and we're glad that you feel open enough to share that you're struggling with mental health, because that's how we can know to support you. Keep in mind, this platform is meant to be a community, and so now that you told us, make sure we keep Brian Ventura lifted up in prayer and thoughts. Send him some positive energy, because we've all been there with mental health, whether we want to admit it or not. And it's dark, so yeah, bro. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Sluggo Gamer, good call, Haize. Going to be totally different second half from a lot of guys on this team. I'm telling you, it gotta be. And if it's not, you may see Petty Roosevelt in the second half of this game. Sadiq Bey is an excellent defender. Don't underestimate him. It ain't just DeMar's having a bad game. That's fair. That's fair. And it's always a little bit of the of both, right? Like, so yeah. I mean, defense is defense for a reason.
Oh my God, Zach has 27 and a half. Oh my, he's back, everyone.
No, I mean, the thing is that Zach, it's not just this game, right? I did that because you put it in there, but it's not just this game. Zach has slowly been working his way back. I gave you guys the numbers for December on this course. Zach LaVine is shooting the ball over 50% from the field, over 41% from three-point range, 79% from free throw range, averaging less than a turnover per game, which is crazy for Zach, averaging over a steal per game, which is, again, crazy for Zach LaVine. That's the month of December. He's averaging 24 points per game with those averages. It's not just this game why I think people are saying Zach is back. It's just that this game, we're starting to see it all come together for him. But Zach has been quietly having a great month of December as far as scoring-wise, right? Defense, I think he still had a more solid defensive month when you look at some of the performances and defensive ratings, but definitely the shot is definitely starting to fall for Zach LaVine at a high rate. L says, amazing. I hope Zach stays hot. We need it. We definitely need it. Haize, we weathered an early storm down 7-0. Unlike other recent games, we fought back tonight. Yeah, but we got to get Zach some support in this game. We have to get Zach some support in this game, man. All right, game's getting ready to come back on. I'll be back here for the post-game show. Make sure you guys are locked in. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Also, like the video. It helps with engagement. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red. Let's get this second half